over here. It
Okay.
is okay. We are live here at the Ownership Club Intellectual Radio. And I told you we was going to come back. And I tell you guys, we have some amazing business owners. And to my left, we have an amazing business owner that's doing some amazing things. Rachel L. Gary. Give her a hand, give her a hand, give her a
Yeah.
hand, give her a hand. When I tell you she's been doing some amazing things in the community, she has a passion for women. She has a passion for people walking in their purpose. And when the young lady, when she first reached out to me, she said, Brian, I want to change lives. And I said, you know what? We're going to change lives together. So this is a woman of God. This is a woman that really wants to see change in individuals, but she also wants to make sure that you are walking in divine purpose. So we're going to talk to her.
I love that.
Hello, everybody. How we doing today?
Good, good.
I always start there. So, as Brian alluded to, I am big on helping people develop themselves. I am big on inspiration. I tell people I'm inspirational, not motivational.
Yeah.
Motivation comes from within. Inspiration is external of you. So I'm a firm believer in developing the person that is you, so you can be a leader in your community, a leader in your business, and ultimately the CEO of your life. And let me expound a little bit on what I mean by CEO. That person that's clear in their actions, empowered by their choices, and owns their direction. And when you're the CEO of your life, that means that you are willing to take those extra steps, do what is necessary, very close to what Mr. Montreux was saying, that you have to know what you want. You have to make sure that you are getting the tools that are needed to develop you. Because if you don't have those tools, just very similar to what he was saying about $100,000, or sorry, $200,000. If you have $200,000 and you don't have the direction on what to do with that $200,000, it now becomes vapor, because that's what we do with money. We just spend it. So I'm one of these people who believes in developing the person that you are, so you can grow into the person you need to be to have that $200,000. Know how to put it inside of a trust, inside of trust instruments, inside of real estate, and allowing that to grow. That's what I do.
Yes, yes, I love that.
So any questions from the panel? Because I'm gonna dive into some questions.
What's the name of your company? What's the name of your company?
So I have two companies. So I'll speak to I have one company is called Respirational Development, and that company focuses on real estate and development. I'm currently working on a three flat deconversion there for homeless veterans transitioning from homeless to hopeful. So I'm
Wow.
working with a
Yes.
couple of organizations in the
That's
community. I was lucky to come across that property because I bought the first property, and the second property ended up being only $10,000 more because it needed to be a full gut rehab. So I ended up getting, I would say, a 2 for 1.
How do we
Uh,
get a hold of you?
Okay, how to get a hold of me on any social media platform? Rachel L. Gary. You can get a hold of me on any platform.
GARY or GARY?
GARY.
Yes, yes. Um, what led you to get into this field, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, please. Okay, I've been a leader for 25 years. I started my career making $6.75 an hour, and I had a passion for growing myself so my children had more. And I wanted to be the person that my children could look up to. And I took the opportunity to decide, who do I want to be? And I worked backwards. So it's very similar to, you think of your life with the end in mind. What do I want people to say at my repast? What do I want people saying about me when they meet me? And I wanted to be that person. There's a difference in saying you're going to do. So I worked from that point on. I say January 2004, I had a moment on a front porch in January when it was 20 below. And I was sitting on the porch writing down everything I wanted out of life. And the wants went with, okay, I want this. What am I willing to do? So I want to make sure you guys hear that. What am I willing to do?
Yeah.
Because nothing that you guys want just comes.
Amen.
Nothing. There's work. There's work involved with that.
Yeah.
And if you no matter what, I want to say this, whatever, everyone gets upset about getting quick rich schemes. The only scheme of a get rich quick is if you believe you can get rich quick. There is no get rich quick. There's get rich slow with some knowledge, development, falling, because you're going to fail.
Yes.
The failure isn't the problem. Is if you don't want to get up. So you get up from that failure, you learn, grow, and develop you and become someone bigger and better.
Yes. Say it's not bad to fall. It's how you recover.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Yes. Period.
Um, so what are your future plans, or what are your long-term goals?
Okay. I'll say my future plans is currently I have a couple of books on the horizon. I wrote a book called Forged in Fire, and I'll give a little interlude to it. Forged in Fire, it goes through 4 stages of my life. I lost my best friend in a fire at 7. My grandmother, who raised me, even though my mother is her daughter, that wasn't who I lived with at the time. So then, you get into your teen years, love backfires because you don't understand that love is not loving from another individual. Love is loving yourself. So that's why, as I said, for me, I have a course where I talk a lot about building self. The first book will be out in October, and then I have a second book called #Poverty to Six Figures, and it talks a lot about the goals, the strategy that is needed to go from being a poverty mindset, because poverty isn't a destination; it's what you're thinking.
Yes.
So
Yes.
poverty is, if you guys have ever heard Zig Ziglar, where he says "stinking thinking," and it goes to what you're thinking in your mind. So at the end of the day, it goes to building up what you're thinking. So I deal with, as I said, in my course, mindset development and development of you to grow into the CEO of your life.
What are your real estate goals? I mean, I
Love
applaud
that.
you for helping. Wanting to help. Was the VA veterans?
Yeah,
or-
veterans, correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you see yourself in the future doing with that?
So in the future, my intent, my goals are to, I want to develop at least a 40 plus unit building and work with the VA on a more substantial level. There are too many, to me, there's no way someone should go off and fight for the country, come home, not have the resources that are needed for them to readapt to society and be able to thrive.
Amen.
I mean, without them, I don't thrive. So I know too many people who are on the streets right now. And as I said, I want to say this controversial point. I have
It's
nothing
okay.
against the immigrants coming into the country, but I am all about, can we help the veterans who are in the country first?
Hello.
I mean,
I agree.
I want some first. I want some first. I mean,
because
I'm
I
not-
fought for you all. Period.
Earth to
I
common
fought for
sense.
this- I mean, that's what makes sense. Period. If
Yeah.
we fought for you, can we get help?
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
cross your border illegally. I'm just, and I don't have no problems with them either because I love them.
Yeah.
Do your thing, you know.
And I want everyone to thrive.
Yeah,
and but for me, there has to be a hierarchy. Can
Yeah.
we start
Take
with
home.
who's first, who's second, who's third,
Yeah.
and not let's go. I mean, hey, I don't want to dive into it, but I want us to at least start with home first, and let's
Yes.
build up who built us up.
Thanks.
Hello. Yeah, I second that motion.
I third that motion.
Okay.
Now you can see why she's so talented and why she's here.
Yes, we definitely need you at her day.
Yeah, so I remember we spoke a couple of times on the phone, and I'm so excited that you came apart. She's going to be with us for a minimum the next 90 days.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put her in a chokehold strong arm contract. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I just love her energy, as you can see. And again, she has a lot to do, a lot to teach. And as you can see, so our panel are all business owners, and I think that you can all see that she has value in everyone. So everyone on the panel needs to make sure that they get your information so you can grow with them. Now, what we're going to do next, we have a lot of business owners. You have another interview going, so you're going to go over there to the next room and interview on our other platform already, because you're not just going to do one interview, you're going to do 2 interviews. So again, if they wanted to reach you, if they wanted to contact you, if they wanted to support you, please leave your information.
I would say on every social media platform, I can be reached at Rachel L. Gary. That is RACHEL. Gary is GARY. And I answer DMs. I answer questions. I go live every Wednesday at 7:30 on our CEO Habits group. And on that CEO Habits group, I answer 2 questions live. At the end of the day, guys, we support each other. The only way we grow is if we grow together. Let's continue making it happen.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Rachel Gary. Okay, so who do you have? You're not done yet. You got to go to. You're gonna follow Raymond Betts. You got to go to another interview. So who do we have next up? Next up. Next up. Business owner. Next up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sit on down. Sit on down. We live here. We live. I'm not the only one smoking a cigar, am I?
No, I'm
No, I got
attempting
one.
to.
Okay.
Oh, his is going. I swear, somebody got to show me. Is it the ash? Why is it not hitting like yours? I feel like I'm getting a. I'm smoke. Maybe because she put a hole in mine and didn't cut it.
Oh, okay.
Why I got a hole? I want to cut her. Oh, you got the cutter.
So, okay, y'all gonna do it. We're gonna do a twofer. We're gonna do a 2-in-1. No, that's fine. Okay, cool. So, a lot of us want to talk about nonprofits, right? Right.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
want
my
to talk
girl.
about how do you start a 501c, and we have two young ladies that are doing some amazing things. They're doing some amazing. They have some amazing events coming up. And I tell you one thing, when I first talked to him, and no, I'm gonna have you talk about it because that's the one thing that it's different when the person talks about their event because it's all about passion. So I want to make sure that you actually speaks to the volume of your event. So our panel is here to really dive into what it is you guys do. So I'm going to pass you guys the mic, and I want you to dive into what your business is, what it is you're doing, and most importantly, how we can support you in your cause. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
My name is Yolanda Carter.
Hey, Yolanda.
Hey,
Hello,
Yolanda,
everyone.
girl.
Hey,
You're looking
y'all.
good, girl. Looking good and pretty in that pink and gorgeous in that purple.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
It is truly a pleasure to be on this panel today. My name is Yolanda Carter, and this is Yvette Jones. I am the CEO and founder of Beautifully Scarred. Now, how did Beautifully Scarred originate? So, let me tell you a little bit about who I am, a little bit about my story. Well, my name is Yolanda Carter. I'm a mother of 5 children, adult children. I have 11,
Congratulations.
11
Yes.
grandchildren, and they love their grandmother dearly, and my children love me dearly. But however, when we are growing up, we don't really pay attention to what domestic violence really is because we're so we're just going through life,
Yeah.
and the physical aspect of it is just something that we go through and then we just shove up under the rug. So I really never thought that I would have to rehash some things that happened to me in my younger years into my adult years because when I was going through it at that time, I was embarrassed. I was shamed. I didn't want to tell nobody or anything. So it just happened then. But March 22nd of 2016, my life changed for the rest of my life. I was in a romantic relationship with someone that I thought loved me, and we were going through the emotions. I loved him, and he supposed to love me back. But for some reason, after 8 years, we were going up. It's just like a roller coaster. He was like a knight in shining armor. And for some reason, I don't know what happened. I went to bed one day, but I didn't wake up the same way I went to sleep. That knight in shining armor became a monster. Uh, I woke up in a pool of blood fighting for my life.
Mm.
He beat
Oh,
me with a hammer, left me to die,
Mm.
but I'm here to tell the story.
Thank
So
God.
that's how I came in, creating Beautifully Scarred. Because Beautifully Scarred, it does not matter what you go through, you're still beautiful. And I had to overcome a lot of those obstacles because I didn't know I had to learn how to cope. I
Yeah.
had to learn how to rebuild my life. I lost everything, but I gained so much more.
Amen.
I lost my left eye. I have a metal plate. I'm walking around with a metal plate in my skull. All of my facial bones were broken and shattered. 13 reconstructive surgeries, but God, I'm here to tell the
Thank
story.
you, Lord.
So, it's so important for us to make sure that we are shedding light on sensitive topics such as domestic violence that no one ever wants to talk about. We always shove it up under the rug. We're embarrassed and we are ashamed about it. And we seem that, okay, it's okay, but it's never okay for someone to ever put their hands on you. Even if you're thinking that it's physical, because it's not physical, it does not mean that it's not abuse, because it's a cycle of abuse. It's the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, the verbal abuse, the psychological, financial, and spiritual abuse that we encounter. But because it's not physical or black eyes and bruises, I'm not in a domestic violence relationship, I fight back. So we hear a lot of that. So that's what we want to break, those stigmas, and we want to let people know that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to talk about this, because not only you going through it, it's someone else, and your story can free someone else and help someone else to get out of a bad situation.
It's joked about too much too. I can't stand it. The one thing I literally truly hate in this society is how much our black women take from men. I can't stand, like, it makes me outraged how much black women take from men without leaving. Leaving. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Leave. Because the more that, and not your situation, but overall, I've seen women in abusive relationships, in, hurtful relationships. And as you said, it's not always physical. Sometimes it's verbal. Sometimes it's, mentally what they're taking on every day. And now we're in two different, generations, with you being my peer. In my generation, they joke about this now. Yeah. It's funny for a guy to, he finna knock my head between the washing. That's not hilarious. That's not a joke. Your man putting his hands on you, being 4 and 5 times stronger than you, is not funny. And then on the back end, what the women are doing, it's not funny. It's not funny going out here, slashing guys' tires and, busting their windows and having sex with his friends, and then now want to play victim. Oh my God, he's so mad. I don't know what. We have to stop the manipulation and stupidity on both ends, male and female. It's not one side. It's not females. It's not men. It's us as a black culture, and it's sad. Like, your story just brought tears to my eyes, because I lost my mom at 24 years old. You get what I'm saying? And you saying you have 11 kids. I couldn't imagine. 11 grandchildren. And that's a blessing that they get to see their grandmother. And you are gorgeous and beautiful. I can't imagine if my mom came to me and the man, I would have went to jail to go kill dude. Long story short, with your story. Like, he in jail. Don't worry, I'll be in there in a minute. Like, we have to stop. And I'm so happy that you made it through your story. And you are here with us today. It's a blessing.
Thank you so much. But, when you say just leave, it is, it's very, very hard to leave. It's very difficult in that time. Leaving does not always equal safety, as we all know. But we have to be very strategic. We have to create a safety plan. We have to be able to have someone that we can trust, because that means that if I tell my abuser that, I'm getting ready to leave, it's going to be really worse, 10 times worse. So we have to be very, cautious and just trust someone.
To me, as I say, in some instances, in some situations, you can't talk to a crazy person. Absolutely. So as you just said, tell my lover that, no, it's no conversation. When you put your hands on me, and I tell my little sisters this, I tell all the women that know me, when you put your hands on me one time, it's too much.
That's right. Absolutely.
So after the first time, that man needs to come back to a house that's empty. No conversation. No you and him talking. No trying to talk it out. Oh, it'll be better than that. No. If a man puts his hands on you one time, he does not love you.
But what if the woman who's getting her hand put on doesn't have a support system to leave?
And that's another thing of that why we're on this panel, because that's what I teach in my class. Everybody should have good credit. Everybody should have their finances in order. Everybody should have their finances where they need to be. Everybody should have over 6 figures or more to their name. And once you obtain that, now you go look for a relationship. We have a problem because life is very easy. Life is very easy. We make it complicated with the decisions we make.
Because we don't know.
Right now, how I am and how we're speaking, I'm 32 years old. I own everything to my name, and I have no kids. No kids, no wife. It's very simple. It's no breaking that. It's no coming in between that. And people would be like, how did you make it this far? It's called a condom. They're 99% useful on the back when you read the verbiage. And if I want to be completely honest with you, buying a pack of condoms is way less than child support for 18 years.
It is. It is.
So we sit here and we keep making these childish decisions and we get childish results. And now we're like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. No.
You know.
Even when I'm dating, I have a certain thing. I don't play house.
Oh, I know that's right.
That I found out. It's about me coming. I was a narcotics officer getting beat.
Okay.
Okay. What made me become a police officer is I don't like how they respond.
Yeah.
I don't like what they say.
Uh-huh.
And majority of police officers beat their wives and girlfriends.
Yeah.
So I was the only black female in Mississippi.
I've been told as a man not to do that.
Female, and it was very difficult responding to domestic situations. I see my point. You have your point, but what you're saying is all wrong. I mean, if we call you to assist us with, something happened, your job is to do it. Go find them or do whatever you have to do. A lot of them, here's my car, call me when they come back. Ain't no guarantee that person gonna be able to call you.
No, because the time they come back, you might die.
Exactly.
But then here we go. Is it, because I haven't been in this process, is it hard to get restraining orders on people?
Absolutely.
It's hard to get a restraining order on somebody?
They have you. Look, I'm telling you, I've been in law enforcement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have all this evidence. Well, we didn't see them do this. We didn't see them do that. This is the problem that we have
In the system.
with
Yeah.
the judicial system. Is horrible.
Exactly.
Because the police get out here and do what they do, take them to jail with the judicial system. Oh, we don't put them on house arrest.
And then when they believe you, you dead.
So
it's like, oh, now we believe.
We just had a guy, 3-4 months ago, got out of jail the same day when he killed that little boy and tried to kill that woman. Right now, the one that did what he did to me is out. Do you know he walked past my car and didn't recognize me?
So getting back to,
did they even tell me? They were supposed to tell me that he was getting out.
No, the system is terrible. The system is totally
Judicial
terrible.
system is horrible.
And then when you put a bullet in his brain, they're going to take you to jail.
Absolutely.
They're going to take you to jail.
So getting back to the event that you guys, let's dial back a little bit, because obviously this is a passionate topic, right? But we want to make sure that we stay focused on the interview, right? And we want to stay focused on your cause, your reason. So what event do you guys have coming up?
Right now, we have what we call Awareness Purple Carpet event, and it's Beautifully Scarred and Silent Fight doing a collaboration.
And when is the event? What day is the event?
It's going to be on October the 5th, 2024. The time is from 3 to 8 p.m. The location is 1925 North Halsted.
Okay.
And we would love for you guys to do the RSVP so we can get a head count. And it is free entry. It's good information. It's resources. Just attend it. You won't be wrong.
Okay.
We are asking for donations.
And you are asking for donations?
Yes, we are asking for donations. We need sponsors, volunteers, just anything that would support us to make sure that we are, what we want to do. We want to also honor some survivors.
Okay.
We do want to honor survivors.
And if a person wanted to donate, how would they donate?
They can donate through,
They can donate. We also have Beautifully Scarred on Facebook. If you click request for Beautifully Scarred and you send that friend request, immediately it come to me and I go ahead and accept it. The QR code, all the information, everything is on Facebook. Also, you can go to Yolanda Carter Facebook page. You can go to my page, Yvette Hunter or Yvette Jones.
You can donate from the card.
Absolutely.
And how to shout you guys out for a donation on here as well. I have a big following and I want to put you on all my social media.
Yeah.
Me too.
We do have a Zelle account.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying, is it all on this card?
It's not on that.
So
card.
before you leave, can you write down your Zelle, all your contact information? Because I literally want to put you on all my social medias.
Okay. So,
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so sorry.
I got
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's the reason why we're here. So, we have a couple other business. So we have a couple other business owners that's gonna come in and out, and I know you guys have a lot to talk about. So we got to make sure that you guys go into our other room and interview with My Radio Chicago. So we want to thank you guys so much. Let's give them a hand. Give them a hand. Yes, let's give them a hand. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to have some more business owners, and then we're going to talk about funding, real estate, how to get rid of that linear income and segue over to passive residual income, as well as we're going to talk about product placement management, multifamily union, and commercial real estate.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Intellectual Radio 106.3.
Hey.